Hello everyone, today we will explain how to make this embroidery small square bag. Next, let's check our hardware and our leather. The first step is to check hardware accessories in our transparent bags. A screwdriver, EDR needles and one pull wire. If you receive a needle, we contact customer service to pick it up. A single needle, an upper lock, a lower transfer lock, a bead chain, 2 hand buckles. Attention everyone, this is our portable. If we receive this kind, it has already been brought. Then just 2 leads won't be in the hardware bag. What if we received this handheld? It's in this state. Then our 2 leads are in the hardware bag. You need to cover it yourself. A pair of hanging ears. The hanging ears are installed on both sides. We use it for shoulder straps. Then a little pimp. This bag, what we're going to use is a purple sample bag. So what we're showing now is a little purple pimp. Each bag corresponds to the color of each bag. A buckle, a pin buckle, 2 hooks. How about this? Including our 3 pairs of screws. Pair of hooks. Well, including 3 pairs of screws, it's what we use to make shoulder straps. Well, actually in our hardware bag, you should receive a total of 5 big head screws, set nuts, and our pointed screws. After we check the hardware bag, well, put it back in our see-through bag. This avoids us from installing it. Lots of accessories. What about the process of hardware verification? We have a more important link that needs to be paid attention to. Pay attention to our lead. Whether we buckle it on the hand, or did we just pack it in the hardware bag? We look inside the lead. There will be this black mark on the inner ring, including this one, black marks. There are also hooks, this black buckle, black shadow. These are all we are doing this electroplating. A finishing internally when electroplating color. The end of the electroplating color. Don't think this is some kind of defective product. Isn't this? Basically, there will be this in every button. It's just that his finishing touch, large or small. Including our bottom. Keep an eye out, he's got the same print. Because of our portable buckle. It shows this side of us. The side degree, the color is better. No faults, etc. Then we have this portable lead. It's just no problem. We can all take a look. This is one of our finished products. What about the ones we're exposed to now? It's one of the peripheries of our hand buckle. Okay, it's some special situations of our hardware. It has been introduced. Now, let's look at the leather. What about our leather part? There will be a pair of pony pendants of corresponding colors. This short side panel has 4. The bottom strip 2. 1 backing film. Then the border. 1 3 border corresponds to 1 large flower piece. The 4 borders correspond to the small flower pieces. Then take everyone to pay attention. Now, this is one of our big flower pieces. A small flower. A black middle grid. Black middle grid. This is the middle part of the bag I made. A zipper. A zipper cloth. 1 long, 1 short shoulder strap strip. This is what we will assemble by ourselves later. A portable. And a silk scarf. So that's the good stuff. For some specific parts, I'll give you a brief explanation. Let's take a look at this zipper first. We received this zipper. Well, it's basically assembled. No need to say, what did I receive that the pull head fell off? This is separate. This situation will not exist. We will install a whole one directly. If you are in the process of installing, we put this slider out or hung. When installing this middle grid, cast this to separate. It doesn't matter, because ours is easier to install. Everyone pay attention. I'll bring you closer. Get closer. So let's start with ensuring that the round end is facing this direction. That is, in the direction of our rope. Let's take one of them first. Well, put him in first. About half. Everyone pay attention. Half here. Then pinch this slider and this rag with your hands. Let's pick up this one again. Put him in the same. Everyone pay attention. About half. Also about half. Almost level with him. So here's how we hold both hands on the layup at the same time. Then this hand squeezes the slider. One-handed filibuster. One hand pull. We held him with one hand like this. One push up. One pull down. One push up the rag. One pull down the head. Everyone pay attention. My pull head will be installed back. What about after and comes back? Well, if you open both. What's the situation now? Let's pull this slider out from this end. Just pull the overall gloss strip. And many of our novice friends, during the installation of this slider, will lead to our filibuster. Because this itself is a gloss state. It becomes a silk mesh. Then we brought our own lighter. And scissors because we were assembling. You need to bring your own lighter. A lighter, a scissor. Then let's groom him. Just use this. Bake him with a lighter quickly. Don't burn your hands. Groom him like this. Let him level up. We will install this slider again. What about when installing the slider for the second time? Well, just open a small opening for him here. That's it. Don't open them all. Still follow the method I just did. Let's put one end in first. Then put it in one end. Okay, let's give him a push and a pull at the same time. Alright, everybody pay attention. This slider is also easier to install. And here we go. Some special situations existing in leather materials. Because of our bag. It's an embroidered small square bag. Please pay attention to a pattern of our embroidery. It's a big embroidery. So every part of it, the pattern taken is different. Everyone pay attention. What do we have now? Received by each customer. It is also different from the way we make finished products. So what did we receive? Well, this is not designated. It's all a random pattern. Like this is the pattern of the large flower piece on the upper cover. This is the lower cover. It is the pattern of the small flower in the lower part. These two lines are different. I'll show you a few more. Including this is, I took the lines of a few small flower pieces at the same time. Look at the lines in every piece of him. The lines of each piece are different. Whichever part we intercept is which part. The lines including this big flower piece are also like this. The pattern is below, the one on the left is the pattern on top. As a whole, 1.5. Or something like this, directly in the middle. This is a case of the pattern. Then say, the pinholes and edge oil of our border. What about the pinhole? Because we use a double layer material. Everyone pay attention. We are
one purple surface plus one
this is a
black
double layer
surface.
Material. What about the double layer material and our blunt needle in the process of heating? There will be such a small hole. Impenetrable. This kind of we are in. What about the suturing process? If you don't want to wear it, direct perforation, then we can use the end of this needle. Put this hole in advance and let's pass it through for him like this. Pass this. Give him this leather residue. Give him some by hand. In fact, this pinhole is actually unnecessary. We'll just give him the needle. The leather comes through as soon as it is worn. This thing was sewn shut during the suturing process. It's covered, it's a leather hole problem. The second is the oil edge of this leather material. Everyone pay attention because of our border. It has an arc and a right angle. A special shaped oil edge. So every time I make this oil edge, artificial hand oil, it will come to this little corner. There will be a oil edge spill. Oil edge spill, but this has no effect, because when we assemble, the flower slices are combined with our border. It's covered. Just pay attention to this. The leather introduction is over. Let's take a look in our bag. It will also have a ball of cotton this size. This is what we will use to make shoulders and pendants later. We're going to put this away too. What if you put it? Well, put it away. If you want to make pendants, this cotton is available but not needed. See what kind of pendant you want to make. Let's start assembling this shoulder strap first. Everyone pay attention. Let's put this screwdriver first. Pin buckle. 3 pairs of screws. Nut and a pair of hooks and a small pin ready. Here are 2 long and 1 short shoulder straps ready. Our hardware bag is taken out every time. Be sure to put the rest back in the bag after that, because there are dozens of small accessories including screws. If we spread it out, it is easy to lose. Now let's start assembling this shoulder strap. Everyone pay attention. We got this short one. What about the short shoulder strap? There are 2 holes at one end. There are 3 holes on the other end. We first install a hook with these 2 holes. Then nut screw. After we install this screw, it is basically flush with this leather. Let's press him a little bit like this. This button nut is directly connected to this screw. Give him more strength. When I work hard, our hand is going to play an auxiliary role for it. Okay, it's installed. So what we did was we started to assemble this little leather strip. Everyone pay attention. Our little pimp. Give him this end first and use half a centimeter. That's about 4 or 5 millimeters. Fold it for him. Everyone pay attention. After giving him a fold, we tuck it into this buckle. Stuff him in. Then the other end is also folded 4 or 5 millimeters. Give him the same plug to the other end. Okay, look inside and it's blocked. Then we use this screw. Or use something else. Let's put it under pressure like this. After pressing, our buckle will jam the leather. Our small adjustment ring is ready. Now look at the short 3-hole end. 3 holes at one end, and then we put this little leather ring in for it first. Pick up this pin buckle after putting it in. Pay attention to the pin buckle. How do we use it? We will open this pin buckle from this side. Open. After opening it, give him this like this. The one with the leather ring is tied in like this for him. Use this pin buckle to get stuck in our second hole. After the pin buckle is stuck, we put this leather ring next to this pin buckle. So we are going to screw this up. That is, the first hole is fixed with the third hole. Okay, our short one is assembled. Next, assemble the long one. We have long shoulder straps. One end is round. One end is square. Or use this 2-hole installation hook. Shoulder strap long. The round end goes through this needle port and goes through it, according to our own needs. To adjust the length of this shoulder strap. Okay, a shoulder strap, we're ready. After assembly, we put the shoulder straps away. We took out our needle and thread. Well, screwdrivers are not needed. We'll put it all back in the hardware bag. Then scissors. The lighter must be ready. So let's take our 2 strips. And 4 sides ready. So we started doing distributed assembly. Everyone pay attention. One end of our circular arc corresponds to our end. This corresponds to this. We only need to sew the 6 holes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we take the line, we take 1, 2, 3. So we can take 4 cups. So I'm going to show you how I thread. Especially our new friends. What about our line? From this, if the head of this thread is relatively loose. So let's give it a pinch like this because it belongs to wax thread. It has a stickiness. Gather yourself. After we get through, everyone pay attention. Our needle tip is reserved for us. Short end. The middle of this flat pull wire. What about after wearing it? If you are afraid that this thread will be loose, let's give him another bend. Everyone pay attention.
We form a small arc.
Go back and jazz him again. Then keep pulling the line down. Pull it down and pull our long one. The end of the paragraph is locked. Watch it again. Look at my line. This part is hairy. Then I'll give it a stroke. Go through. Tie. Stab again. 2 pulls and 1 lock. We're going to needle 1 needle at a time. 2 needles enter 1 hole and 2 holes at the same time. Okay. Then the first needle goes back to the second needle. Go further. That's all. All the way to our last hole. Then the second needle we reserved just now. Everyone pay attention. It fills in these remaining missing holes. Here we go. It's like pushing the needle forward. Take a needle. Take another shot. Take another shot. Take another shot. Alright, everybody pay attention. And we're full of these lines. The other side is also sewn. Then rewind the needle. And then this too. This needle is also a forward needle. 1 more shot. How about this? Yes, let's lock the tail end tighter. So we're going to start cutting. Cut the line, everyone pay attention. I won't emphasize it later. We only emphasize these little details once. When we cut, do not cut directly from the root. We have about 2到3毫米 left. After staying, we use this lighter. Just iron it quickly. Press and iron. Don't hold it for too long. Too long to bake our leather. It is easy to bake the skin, so I iron it very quickly. Press and we'll bring this line. Pay attention, we lock it flat and lock it. Okay, you sew the other end. And the same one. We're black-faced, black-faced. Everyone pay attention, black face, black face. Then our 2 purple sheets. To be exposed. Everyone pay attention, I'm done sewing this 2 now. After sewing, we put it aside first. Start assembling other parts. Let's put this first. The border is connected to the flower piece. First sew this for border and this little flower. Everyone pay attention. There are some notes. Very attentive. What about the emphasis here? Let's pay attention. That's a radian angle. It's a right angle. What about when we sew? The arc angle of this flower piece. It corresponds to the radian below. Let's not sew like this. If you sew like this back is upside down. So we have to have a radian angle, diagonal angle, including us for a while. The next 3 borders are sewn. It is also the radian angle on the top of this border. Everyone pay attention, and up here are the arc angles. Then we have to use this back. The arc angle of this piece corresponds to this. Lift it up to see more clearly. Many friends sew like this. Well, it takes time for you to sew it up to dismantle again. This is wrong. So be sure to read the tutorial carefully. Here we go. Well, there are 2 circles in total. Then we correspond to this flower piece. What about this circle? It corresponds to this inner circle line. Corresponds to the entire circle. Okay, we're going to take the line. Take our side leader. Measure horizontally, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 of this length. 4 times the horizontal volume, 5 times the vertical amount. In that case, we have reserved a lot of lines for newbies. Reach 1. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay, disconnect. we're going to use. Be sure to look good. It is made with this inner circle. This circle of holes corresponds to the holes of the flower pieces. First needle. After the second needle is inserted, find the first hole and the second hole in our flower slice. Good line alignment. After alignment, still like the method we just did. After the first needle and the second needle pass through, we use the first needle to go through the second hole. Then continue down. Keep going down third hole. Through the fourth hole. Keep going like this. How many stitches do we wear? Okay. The other second needle can be pierced through the third hole. Fourth hole, pierce out so that this empty hole. We make it up. It is equivalent to walking through the first hole. Second needle. Go through the first needle. The second needle is to patch his hole. In this way, or back to form this complete line. We continue to use. Keep using this thread, that is, walk this line in front of you once. We'll fill in the void with another needle. Included in the sewing process. Lots of repetitive movements. I'm going to skip over here. Well, to avoid wasting everyone's time. There are a lot of details that need to be talked about. I'll keep it for you. What about our needle just along this circle of holes? We sew directly to this starting point. Everyone pay attention to the starting point. Everyone pay attention. What about our sewing process? Ah, this leather and this border. Maybe it belongs to this kind of separation. It's bigger than that. This is a normal one. Because of the border. Is it in the process of cutting? It has the elasticity of a leather. It is bigger than our flower piece. But don't worry about that. You can sew it up yourself. When you sew it to the end, the leather will automatically fit. Alright, everybody pay attention. Where is our current needle? It's already sewn to our starting needle. And you put that aside. And then we use a second needle. That's the second needle that was just left here. Continue to pierce. That's it, no special skills. Needle by needle. Hole by hole. Just go back and forth like this. If we look. Now this piece is positive after I sew it. After many customers sew, his piece is screwed. What if this happens to you? Only one. It's just that you entered the wrong needle when you inserted it. The needle is inserted through the first hole on the side. Then your piece is screwed after it is formed. Alright, let's all take the rest of us. Sew to this hole. Everyone pay attention to what we have now. A full circle of thread has been sewn. What about all our needles? Just give it to him and receive our reverse side. That's the other side. It looks better upside. If you are afraid of opening the thread, we can sew 2 more stitches. Any needle can go back and forward 1 needle. 1 more shot. Okay. Our sheet is sewn in this and that circle. And notice that we have a row of holes above us. As for this row of holes, we also have to go in a circle. This one is not sewn with the other part. Just walk a single circle. We measure 3 times the side lengths. This side length 2 or 3. We're going to start on this edge and sew right through it. It is also sewn with 2 needles at the same time. What about the method of all the lines? We are all one. Okay, we're done sewing on this side. And then when we're done, we put this aside, and then we started to sew trilbies. 3 borders and our large flower pieces. Like we said, rounded corners to rounded corners. Be sure to pay attention to the rounded corners against the rounded corners. We start measuring. Let's just measure this. This is subject to this outer frame, not the inner border. The outer border shall prevail 6 times this length. This side this flower. This circle of holes, it corresponds to the inner circle of this border. This circle of holes, it doesn't correspond to the outer ring hole. If the outer ring hole corresponds, it will not fit. So here it is. We're now at the end of the first needle. Then sew to this end and then on. Please pay attention to this border and this flower piece, because during the pulling process of this thread, because this leather, it will be a little misplaced with this flower. This is normal. It is normal to have a 1到3毫米 misalignment, because we sew the back and connect the back piece. We just covered this. Everyone pay attention. We covered it. And now the first needle. It's already sewn to this end. Then we continue to use the second needle we just stranded. Still follow the same method. We go through it and fill in all these holes. Now our 3 borders. The connection with our flower piece has been completed. And watch this. We also have the same 3 borders. There's a perimeter down there. Peripheral pinhole. We also want to put this and this. It looks like this. Take it for a walk. Go round and sew it up. We're going to take 6 times this curve. Everyone pay attention. Let's start stitching this side. It is when this ring hole on the outside is used. And let's notice we're not going in here. We're starting with the 6th stitch. Everyone counting hole 1 2 3 4 5. The 6th one puts the first needle. 7th put the second needle. Because of the hole we left here. It's with our side it is to be connected. Everyone pay attention. 1 2 3 4 5 this vacates 5 holes. Start sewing from the 6th and 7th holes. If you don't want to follow my instructions, just want to start sewing from the first stitch to save trouble, so it doesn't matter. We're doing the second stitch. Is it when sewing this sheet? There may be one more line. So we're going to do the injection. 5 holes are given here when it comes to us. Also, the loose needle is the last needle. And out 1 2 3 4 5. Give 5 holes, the 6th needle is the last needle. Okay. Here, I'm not just following the needle by needle. Here it is, we did it. And we are going to sew this up very quickly. We can root it ourselves. We just skip to the end. Now our edge. I've already sewn this circle. We left 5 holes on each side. Stay until the first stitch. The 6th hole and the penultimate hole are the first and last needles. Then we now have this flower piece part. It's all sewn. We start sewing up our middle grades. What about after we sew this up? We found this solid color. It's also a back piece of this solid color. It is to connect with here. We start measuring. Measure 3 times the length of this side. Everyone pay attention. Our solid color film is just from one end of this border to the other end of the border. We give it this hole. Just put it directly from this side. We can actually do it from either end. It's how we hold it and how to sew it up. Everyone pay attention. When we sew, the lower film must be pressed with this solid color film. Hold the top film. Don't say put it this misplaced. Let this flower piece press this solid color piece. We went back to stitches. Next is the second needle we just left behind. Well, the needle goes in from here. And watch this. Next to the seam, like an earthquake just now. Let's go through it. Fill it with the remaining leather holes. We are now 2 wires. It's all sewn to the end. And let's pay attention now. Now all the threads are sewn together. What about needles like ours that stay in the front? Do we go 1 needle forward or 1 needle back? Needles are okay. Leave the needle on this reverse side of us. Mainly, we pay attention to a beautiful appearance. Okay, we've sewn this piece now too. Everyone pay attention. Well, this for border. We sewed all 3 borders. We start stitching our medium grid. Everyone pay attention. What about the middle grid? We are tails. There will be 2 double-sided tapes stuck. How about this double-sided tape? It mainly plays the role of a fixed zipper. But what about during the suturing process? Our needle could potentially penetrate this double-sided tape. Then we can Don't want this. If you are afraid, stick this double-sided tape to this needle. So we peel this two off. Then zip this directly. Well, just fix it with your hands and sew it. Or hung. If you use this double-sided tape, let's adjust the hole position for him, because it may be far from the hole when sticking. We peel him off. Stick it up a little more. This is all adjustable. It's not fixed. Okay, we're going to take this double-sided tape off it now. Then fix this zipper on it. What about when the zipper is fixed? We make it as centered as possible. The distance between the vacancies left on both sides. The distance left is similar. Press it like this. And we started to take the line. Take 6 times our length. Everyone pay attention. We take this edge block. 1. We can port from any end at will. That's left or right. Let's start the needle. I started here. Let's tie it first. You can start here. You can start here. We just need to sew this circle of pinholes at the end. You can stick 2 needles in at the same time. Pull the line up. Then the first needle. The first needle is pierced through this pinhole on the side. Then we sew. In the process, just give him a pinch at any time. Because of this double-sided tape, he sticks this kind of leather, he can drive it. Everyone pay attention. We are now sewn to the end. That's where we come from. We're done sewing this circle. Then the same method. We're going to use our second needle. The second needle bar goes the other way. When we were supporting this line, don't say too hard. If you push too hard, it deforms the leather support. Our strength is moderate. Now our two needles. They have all returned at the same time. Our first shot, second needle. Now this rag is sewn as a whole. Ours is the sheet part. It's basically all assembled. We put this on black middle grade part. And what we just sewed up, strip and this side. Take out these to sewn up. We begin to articulate this body. We are in the process of sewing. This side of it is to be clamped like this. Well, what about here? We'll have a pinch handle here. This is after folding in half. Well, like our summer cloth shoes. Especially in winter. This side oil edge. He folded. It will be easy here, and this small side will break. But this has no effect. Because in winter, its leather is hard. Like us. Even if the leather is folded a small one, fold a small opening, and a small crack appears. We want to clamp. And held it down with this buckle. Can't see it. Okay, let's start sewing this. Start taking threads. Well, we'll take sometimes the side lengths. And what about the short side? That's it. From this tip to this length we take 5 times. Everyone pay attention. After we fold this sheet, the rounded corners align him. Can you see it? After the rounded corners are aligned, pinch the hole on it like this. This hole can be directly passed through. The holes are aligned. Then we started putting this. Put him like this. The other one is in the lower part. Do it to him. Let's give him 2 stitches first. That is, the 2 pairs of holes we mentioned just now. Pick up another piece. This corresponds to giving him. Go through. Steel to wires pulled correctly. Where's our first needle? Here, give him a spin from above, spin round. And through the first hole. In this way, we lock the upper end to it. Lock it here. The method of suturing is the same. Let me tell you about it here, our round sheet. As long as you aim it, then there will be no such dislocation. And then there's the porosity and the lack of pores. So when everyone stitches, if there is a lack of porosity, it must be the wrong hole. Or some holes are not penetrated. Need us to take it apart and watch it again. So let's start sewing. We are in the process of sewing because it is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 layers thick. So when we pierce, you can give it 2 hands like this. Then take a look if you are afraid that this hole will not penetrate properly. Just give him a little pinch. In that case, you can see the hole on this side. You can see the hole in the middle. You can also see the hole in the leather. Everyone pay attention. We've now sewn round the first corner. Let's pay attention. Now this inner sheet. Follow our two outer layers. It corresponds exactly. Prove the number of holes in our needle. And now let's see, the legs are also in order. Okay, now we are going to put those two pieces back on end. Is that so? Let me highlight it for you. Our two films. He's going to pull it up for him like this. These are two bottoms. That's our back. He wants to pull these two bottoms up. With our two. One front and one back. Form a bottom. When many customers sew here, you will think, hey, my bag has no bottom. It's you who hasn't pulled it up yet. Pull it up and it's the bottom. I sew this here and I sew slowly at the bottom. Merely to demonstrate this to you. If we are beginners, how can we avoid it? How to avoid this misalignment problem? So here I'm going to start speeding things up a bit. Because it is basically already the corresponding hole. These two are put out for him in advance. Don't sew with this. especially when we get to this corner. It's the part where the two pieces are connected. We must pay attention to raise our eyes to take a look at this inner hole because these holes are relatively close together. We are prone to misalignment. It has this black medium grade sheet added in the middle. It has a certain elasticity. Okay, now we've sewn this one up. Last stitch. Everyone pay attention. We are now a needle without misalignment. Then we start from radian. Including this number of needles, there is no excess of this sheet. Proof that our sewing is completely correct. Including this until after the last stitch, we're going to loop it from above as well, and pass it through this pinhole. We have one here, keep it locked. Lock this tip. Okay, then what about after we put the needle down? Take our second needle just now. Also follow the method we taught before. Fill it with these holes. Now it's 2 needles. They have all been sewn to the end at the same time. Then we walk each needle back twice. Then leave him on the same side. We can cut him short and finish it off. And now we're starting to piece together our sheet. This is the front. This is the back. So let's get started. Just take this or take the same. This side length is 1, 2, 3. This side is 3 times longer, and then 1 cm on this side. I normally take 3×5 times the line. What if we are newbies? You double the pole. That's twice the length of this little side. That's 6 times. 3×6 is also okay. 3×6 will have a lot of wells. Then we sew the front piece with this multiple. What about the back piece we sew? Connect with this. Same multiple. We just stretched him with this thread. Let's put one of them aside first. Pick up first. Okay, let's sew the front piece first. You can also sew the back piece first. Give him this. Insert the needle from here. So again, our first top wire. That's the first needle. It goes round the top. Lock this little edge for it. Well, lock him here. Then we follow this whole position in turn. These two pieces, and this is the negative that's pulling this up. It forms a front like this. Start stitching. Second needle for suture. Now the piece in front of us is already sewn up. After the stitching is done, we're starting to attach the back film. Everyone pay attention. We left 5 holes of 1、3、4 at that time. What about our first shot? It is also with this reserved hole. Everyone pay attention. This one is not threaded and this hole is aligned with it. So give him 1 or 2 stitches after going through. Pull up this line. Then also we go up 1 needle from the first needle. Everyone pay attention to the needle that goes up. Just wear it like this. What about after wearing it, thread it back through the first hole of the needle. Then our side is locked. Notice that it's clearer this way. Lock and continue threading. The second hole and then sew down in turn. This needle is still our other needle. Still no need, we use it to fill the hole at the end. A lot of our stuff here is repetitive. I will stop taking up everyone's time. Suture in sequence, and we sew this back up ourselves. Including to our last stitch, the same goes up a needle. The one on this side locks it. Everyone pay attention. My first needle now, already sewn to our last stitch. Then go up another needle. Keep an eye out, go up a needle. Pull over and go back. In this case, this side is locked. It's here and our first. It is the same when the needle is inserted on the other side. We fill in the rest with another needle. So take a look. We are now on the back piece, and we have already finished sewing it up. Now what about the main body of our bag? It's almost done. Well, we started taking out all our hardware. That's what we did just before. I put this away before. Then start installing this lock. What about the lock? Let's take a look. This noodle is outside. Adjust the volume. And install. Use these 2 small screws. We have this lock because he had a pillar before. He may have a slight. The shaking, and then what if there is shaking? Our general locks are hardware bags. I will also bring one in this particularly small screw. Let's replace him with one. Or switch the position upside down for him. But he's still going to have this slight wobble. Is it normal? Because he has this pillar in the middle. Then this is the lower part. What about when I'm safe? Well, you may not see it from this plane. Because our knife edge is thinner. You can't see the knife edge. We do this when we look at it. Bend this bag like this. So give it a little bend. These 2 small knife holes are exposed, then we can start pressing the lock again. Now this is installed. After installation, we will install the portable. Let's close these 2 lids. We are above this, pay attention to it. Inside this one, we have this kind of sandwich cotton. This is sandwich cotton, and what about this little tape here? Just temporary, because this is hand woven. These 2 ropes. It is wound by hand with this hardware. This tape is to play on. Fixed this effect of this rotation. After we fasten this lid on. If this tape leaks a little bit, then let's take this tape off it. Don't want this. And then you screw it on. Screw it and stuff it into this lid. It won't run with this pattern either. I won't open this part. So here's the demo. So you see, everyone will miss a little bit of remove this tape if you mind. If you don't mind, we'll just button the hat. Okay. Hat on. We're going to install this portable. We used this big flathead screw after the two large flathead screws pass through this side. Everyone pay attention. We pay attention to this lead. I'm closer. Let's see. Inside this lead, it is this thread. It's not centered, because it is a triple valve, not centered. What about after we buckle it up? You need to adjust and pinch this lead. Use this hole for the screw hole inside. After aligning like this, let's put this nut again. Put it in this screw hole. A lot of people say it doesn't matter. Not tight, it's because you didn't align the screw hole inside. It's biased. It will cause it to be not tight. Well, one more. Yeah, same here. Let's adjust the lead first. Align with the screw hole inside. And then we can install this. Look at my hand, it's tighter. Then we can give him a pull like this. Don't overdo it. If you overdo it, it is easy to break the metal inside. Okay, let's weigh him. After working hard, we'll break it for him like this. We can all adjust this portable. But don't overdo it. If there is too much force, it is easy to break the hardware. Now the whole thing is done. Install our two first. Notice that these are two hanging rings. Installed at the left and right ends. How about this one? It uses our little pointed screw. Everyone pay attention. The pointed screw is what we introduced at the beginning. There are pointed screws. Install another screw for this one. This little hanging ear, we are a thin layer of iron. It has no threads inside. Many customers will ask why it has no thread. It's just a thin layer of iron. It has no thread. We rely entirely on the thread in this screw. Spin in. This bag is ready. We started making our pendants. We put our little. Find the corresponding two pieces of horse pendant. And then that little cotton blob we talked about at the beginning. But he uses double leather for our pendant. Well, this one is actually thicker. My inclination is not to put this cotton. It has a support effect, which is not easy to sew. But what if people like to play it? We'll put this. There are two ways to make it. What if this cotton of yours lost it during the sewing process? Then let's not use it. We can directly sew the two pieces together. So now we are going to take the line. 2345 we take the 6x line. That is, the total length of the horse is like this. The longest two ends are 6 times. I want you all to pay attention. Just take our little horse. This little circle sews it. Simultaneous injection. And when we get here, if this cotton is available, put it away. If not, don't let it go. Well, you can put a little in this one. Don't stuff too much. And then he'll brace this one off. If I sew it here, I won't put cotton. I took it directly. Because our leather is very thick. Okay, our little pendant is sewn. And after we finished, we found our little bead chain. Put it through like this. Hang on the back. And then we finally put our silk scarves. After taking out the silk scarf, let's start with one of the ways we teach. Just one of the ways. Align the ends to it. Everyone pay attention. What about alignment? Let's put one side on the bottom and the other on the top. Go round for you. This one on top, go round from the portable. Pull it back and put it at the bottom. Press the top one. The top one is wrapped from the left and from this hand. Repeat this 3 times. 3 times later, we strapped it on. Then the main body of our bag is ready. Silk scarf pony pendant. And our shoulder straps. What about this bag? Because it is a thin texture used. Like the part of the hole after we're done. Everyone pay attention. Because these 2 ends include the bottom. It forms one of these arcs. What about radiance? If it has thin lines, it will have this fold. This is the normal situation of the bag. Let's see, these are 2 of our bags. He has this kind. Well, after the arc is too large, there will be such vertical lines. Is it normal?